Guten gardening. It's raining out this morning, which is music to my plants' ears, but it's not gonna stop me from coming out to the smoothie garden to try a new recipe. Our smoothie garden is looking refreshed after a nice night of rain, and we are expecting a whole bunch more today. Our recipe is going to include the same ingredients that we had before: a few different types of kale, some celery, and some parsley. But this time, we're going to add a little bit of kohlrabi and organic apple. Let's do it. Okay, after washing all of my vegetables thoroughly, again, even though they're organic and I know where they came from and where they were grown, I still want to make them clean. I'm going to go ahead and add the ingredients to the blender. And if you remember from my previous video, and if you didn't watch it, there's a link in the description, you can use the entire piece of celery. You don't need to cut off the top. So we're going to have an entire piece of celery and then a piece each of the 3 different kinds of kale that we have in our main juice garden. So that would be the lacinato or dino kale, the curly kale, and the red Russian kale. And we still have a little bit of spinach, and I know I didn't mention it earlier, but we still have a little bit of spinach. I'm going to put 10 or 12 leaves of spinach, fresh spinach, in there as well. I did mention the parsley earlier, but in this particular part of the recipe, I'm not going to add parsley because not everybody likes it. So when I make the second half of my smoothie later on this morning, I'll add this to it because I enjoy the taste of the parsley. And we're going to add water, enough water so that the vegetables actually blend. And I always blend my vegetables first. It seems to help them get cut more finely when I do that. So we're going to add enough water so that it's blendable, and then we blend. Sometimes I have to start and stop and pulse it a little bit just to get the greens to get caught on the blade. And once I've done it a few times, I can start blending. All right, I blended that up nicely. It should be really fine inside of here. And we're going to add 1 organic apple. Now these aren't from our apple tree yet. Those aren't ready. So we unfortunately had to buy those, but still. And I'm going to add 1/4 of our kohlrabi. It has the same consistency as an apple and it has that nice mild taste. So I think it's going to taste just great. All right, here we go. I've blended that for about 25-30 seconds, and now we're going to add our frozen banana and about 1 cup of our frozen mango chunks and blend again. Now what I've noticed is that this is not exactly, well, it's not an exact science because the size of the kale and the amount of kale can vary each time. And so it's possible, if you don't have the consistency that you really want, that you might have to add a little bit more of the frozen mango. But you can see this has that nice smoothie consistency. And it's sweet and amazing. Oh man. Yup. Well, putting the kohlrabi in the breakfast smoothie was the perfect decision. It's mild, but it has a great refreshing aftertaste, and this smoothie is delicious. If you like this recipe, leave us a comment and we'll make more. If you have a favorite recipe out there that you enjoy, leave us a comment as well. We'd love to try more here in our yard. Well, we hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and share it with your friends and subscribe. And remember, when you're with us, you're good to grow.